Welcome to part 2 of my solo Tahr hunt. Previously, in part 1, I did a lot of scouting and learning the area and understanding how these animals moved in these beautiful rugged mountains. And I managed to secure my first ever bull tahr, which was a special experience. It was back to the hut for a day of rain, and then it was time to get out and achieve the other goals that I wanted to achieve. This journey would take me past the Douglas Lake, into the Harper Rock bivy, over the saddle, down into the Landsborough Valley, which would bring me down into the wilderness area down by Bubble Creek, and experience a real connection with the Landsborough Valley and the terrain, resulting in some of the nicest hunting I've ever done. The last leg of this journey would send me over the Karangarua saddle, which had me fearing for my life. The final leg of this journey would bring me over the saddle and into the beautiful Christmas Valley, where I'd be picked up by James Scott from the Christmas Valley Hut. So come along and join me as I hunt these beautiful valleys that our wilderness area in New Zealand has to offer. Well, it's a rainy day today. Yep. No hunting today, bit of a hot day. So, and I am just making myself a coffee. And I'm keeping myself busy. Just cleaned up my tahr head there. Fed the weka for a bit. Thought he might appreciate that. Desperately trying to get a weather update on the inReach. These things are so useless, man. They are not very helpful. I haven't been able to get a message out for two days now. So I was really hoping if it looked like it was going to clear this afternoon to just shoot out to the Harper's Rock bivy. It's probably about a 4-hour walk. And then maybe get an evening hunt in, maybe, but it sort of looks like it comes in and then it's like, oh, drizzles, and then poof, rains again. So it would have to like properly clear. Yeah, the rivers are really big now too, so there's no way I would cross that river that I crossed yesterday. No way. It was already up to my waist, so yesterday. Alright, looks like the cloud's starting to break up, which is good. Yep, I haven't seen that hill all day over there, so just had a little bit of sun just drop on through and I was like, oh yeah. So hopefully in an hour I'll have a pretty good idea if I can actually put the skates on again. So that will be that's good, real good. Definitely starting to break up out there. The clouds starting to discolour, so yes. I had another measure up of this bull here. So yeah, after cleaning him up, I'm pretty sure he measured down from the base of the skull there. He actually does go over 12 inches. Which I'm pretty chuffed with, to be honest. You can see there he's got all his ridges are worn off, I believe. But again, I'm not a tahr expert. But yeah, he goes 12 and a quarter. If you're a tahr expert, let me know if I've done that right. Because I'm not quite sure, but he's just sort of starting to get that sort of scallop shape. There's inReach. No, of course. Just on the side of his horns, he's starting to get that shape that where they sort of start like indenting, I guess. He's not stacked with age rings at all, but for my first tahr, I think he's quite alright for me. But yeah, if that's how you measure it, from the base of the skull out, then he's over 12. He's like, I'll call him 12 on the dot. But yeah, man, it's beautiful, hey. Whew. Right, farewell to Horace Walker Hut, to 2 nights here. It's blowing up, so it's time to get to the rock bivvy on the other side of the Douglas Lake, Glacier Lake. So there's a lot less water coming down the hills already as well, so it's good. Let's go. It's humid, man, but I had 1 or 2 showers come through, and now it's just cleared like really nicely. So as you can see, I'm back on the lake and headed up to there. It takes about 4 hours to get around because you've got to walk up, climb quite a bit of elevation to get around the rocks. But you can see that waterfall off in the distance there. Just in below it is where I shot my tahr last night. So yeah, I got a bit of a heavy pack, guys. It's heavy, it's humid, it's going to be a hard day. But it's good to be here, and it's great. I'm grateful the weather's cleared up a lot. So there's a lot of water around though. So cool. Alright, this is going to be a challenge to get there. What's the time? It's 10 to 3. So I don't know, hopefully I can squeeze an afternoon evening hunt in, but picking this is going to take me a while. 10 to 3, 4 hours, 5, it's about 5 hours from where I am. Set up camp. Nah, I might have to carry camp on my back and just suck up whatever weather comes through. Right up there, yeah, okay, we'll see. Right, I'm going to get a clip on. Right, that's the hard part, one of the hard parts. Just go back in the river. Well, that's one of the hard parts over. I got the second climb now, up onto the big flat area, so it's pretty hard going actually. We're on our way, so been walking for in 10 minutes it'll be 3 hours, so this uphill bit took quite a while. It did indeed. Right, let's get down to the gully floor. It's a long way down. Alright, I am down in the glacier at the moment and bobbing my way through these massive rock things, which to be honest, this place freaks me out a little bit because it's like super soft and like nothing I've been on before, guys. It's crazy. There's all this, there's a lot of water underneath as well, so all these little caves keep dropping. They just drop big rocks and it's just a nutty place. It's so unreal to be here. And I would say screams the glory of God and the existence of Jesus as creator. Man, the big glaciers up behind me keep cracking and they're going hard today, but should be alright, I hope. And I'm going to try and walk across this bridge here in front of me, and then another big climb. Yeah, I'm going to be very careful with my footing through here. Yeah, right, onwards and upwards, show you the land, eh? I'm going up to that saddle, right up through there. Let's go. Alright, I've just arrived at the rock bivy. It's pretty cool. It's a lot bigger than what I thought it would be actually, so... Oh, that was hard work, to be honest. It was pretty hard. But I've just had a quick look out here and I've picked up probably 60 tahr, and they're like 600 or 700 yards away. Just having a quick look through the spotter. Looks like a lot of like that 12-inch sort of mark, a lot of balls in there. But it's just unreal how many tahr in here. So now that I don't have to set up the tent, it's quite nice. What I'm actually going to do is just chuck my bag in there with my gear and shoot out for an evening glass along here. And man, that is next level, bro. I've kind of come to learn that the darker ones must be smart enough to stay out of the sun, so they're a bit more mature. There's got to be like 40 of them just in that one mob. I did have one just hoot me, just whistled at me, but it came from my left, so I don't know where that is. But there's one out on his own. I'm going to have a look at him. Unreal. There'd be like 100 tahr on that one face, and they're probably within 500 yards. Right. I've checked all 44 of those balls behind me, and I think 2 of them are okay. But I think the 4 up on the hill up there, they're actually 850 yards from me now. And one of them saw me. Got wicked eyes, eh? I reckon they're better. Not much better, but it doesn't take much, I think, I'm gathering. The only thing is they're quite high, so they have seen me, so that's maybe why they've shot up, I don't know. Well, they were already there, but unreal, man. I've seen like, I counted them from what I can see, there's like 75 tahr all within these ones are actually 450 yards away. It's crazy, man. It's just crazy how many tahr are still here, and I've only just gotten into this valley. So I waited out till right on last light, because you just don't know what will pop out. It's awesome. So have a look at this. Up behind me you can see the glacier. It's all still in the sun, and it's just cracking like crazy. Pretty grateful to be in here. You could weather out. I was a bit unsure, like I should have come here on Tuesday. I was a bit unsure. I didn't know if it was like a full-on bivy or I just wasn't sure. But you could be in the uttermost rubbish weather and you'd be sweet. completely perfect in here. It's pretty cool, really. The tar actually come in here too. There's a tar sign in here. So, but yeah, it was a big day. It was a really big day. But got the pot on. Got a hot chocolate. Beautiful, man. Just listening to the glaciers crack away, and it's just super cool. Yeah. I'm very grateful to be. The whole physical challenge of this is, I was reading in a book that I'm reading, and the physical challenge of this is one thing, but like it's, health is a gift. It could be taken away tomorrow. Something could go wrong with my body, and it's just a real privilege to be able to do this. A huge privilege. One thing I am going to have for dinner tonight is something that I think is quite cool. So this is the Real Meals venison casserole, and what I love is the venison actually comes out of Fiordland, so they help out the Fiordland Wapiti Foundation in making these venison casserole meals, and I've recently just completely gone 100% Real Meals because they actually just taste really good. So I'm 100% Real Meals huge fan now, and I'll be first time testing this puppy tonight. Pretty excited. Alright, so give it 10 minutes. In that time it clouded over and got quite dark. But here we go. First try of the Real Meals venison casserole. This is why I buy Real Meals, because honestly you want to eat the whole thing. There's not many freeze drieds around that you want to do that, where you get to the bottom and you're like, usually you're just trying to chug through it. Well, I find I've eaten a lot of different brands of freeze dried. It's like real tomato-y. Venison's like really not gamey either, but it's just got that venison taste. So good. Honestly, well done, Real Meals. Well done. This is really yum. But I've never had a bad meal from them, so I'm not surprised. Right, good morning guys. I'm all packed up for the morning, ready to go. So what we're going to do is hook onto the other side of the valley there, see if we can pick up some bull tahr really low. That was for that group of 4 last night. Looked a bit promising, but it actually turned into a group of 20 bulls. Right on last night, a whole lot more popped out, juvenile ones, but those other 4 bulls were a bit lower than them, so let's go. Okay, I've just been glassing for about an hour, and above me just popped out he's about 1,300 yards away at the moment, starting to move back into the bluffs, but he looks alright. I think he's by himself. He looks like pretty good, I think, from that far away. So, unfortunately, I'm walking right out in the open here, trying to close the distance, which I don't know. Probably not going to work in my favour because they got wicked eyes. But I'm going to try and close the gap a bit so I can get a better look at him. But yeah, I haven't actually picked up that many tahr this morning because I think I may have disturbed them up a little bit last night. So I'll show you where he is. He's up there. He's just up in there. Check it out. Mornings don't get much better than this for hunting. Man, it's beautiful. Cool. All packed up, guys. Morning hunt's done. Saw a few tahr. Caught up with that mob of that big bunch from last night. But pretty much, I think the best one I've seen is kind of right back in the basin. So what I've actually decided to do, I haven't managed to get a inReach message out for like 4 days. It's just, I don't know, that's not very useful. So I think what I'm going to do is climb to the tahr that I want to shoot is in the area that I'm sort of thinking of going over. So yeah, I'm going to climb to the top of the saddle today, depending on if I can get a message out from the top of the saddle. I've got my whole camp with me and everything. Then I might go down into the Landsborough, depending on how that goes. I really want to get a weather update, so I'm just sort of shooting in the dark, to be honest. So yeah, the bivy was awesome, like 10 out of 10, seriously, so cool. The bulls that I found up in the 4 together, I didn't find them again this morning. I've just one kid walking by itself, so I don't know, I guess there's probably been a cull like just recently, but yeah, time to get some K's under the boots and get climbing. Video out now. Got about 100 metres to go in elevation. But check this out. That's just the perfect day, man. Glaciers all around me. It's so neat. Alright. Really hard work. Come from all the way down in here. You can't even see the rock anymore. I sat right on top of that saddle and just soaked up the beauty of the landscape that I was surrounded by everywhere I looked. I had a bite to eat and had a good look over that footage of the tahr that I was pursuing just around the corner. I decided I really wanted to go down into the Landsborough Valley, and so that's what I did. Coming into the Landsborough was a true highlight for me. It's just so stunning. The hunting's amazing, and it really, really tested me, and I connected with the landscape in the Landsborough Valley very much so. Well, made it, guys. I am in the mighty Landsborough. Right in below the Karangarua saddle area, and there is some country in here, man. So what I'm going to actually do is go up, probably gain a little bit of elevation for tonight for the glassing, but also I want to try and camp on a flat area. Got my water with me. Yeah, camp in a flat area obviously, and then try and be right where I can glass from, something like that. So, and try and get out of this wind a little bit as well, but yeah, pretty cool, man. We're all cool. Right, let's go. Yeah, he's more like it, eh? Yeah, he's got some maturity to him, that guy. Yeah, he's a goodie, man. That's such a shame. Well, that is gutting, guys. I'm just trying to look for this rock bivy. and I just sort of popped over this ridge, not expecting a big cliff. I was expecting a rock bivy, and just down in there, like 150 metres away, he was just feeding really low to the creek, but he saw me first and ran about 100 metres before I saw him, I reckon. I was like, sure, I should have just grabbed the rifle off, looked at him through the scope, and then decided if I should have shot him. I was like, oh, have a look. Because all the other tahr have just sort of stayed around. Not this guy, he's gone. And I think he was actually quite a good bull. You could see it on the side of his horns. It's exactly what I was looking for. He would have gone 13, I reckon. Well, I think. But that's okay, it's like 3:30 in the afternoon, so there's still 4 hours of glassing. 4 or 5 hours actually, so I'll go find the rock bivy, dump a whole lot of gear, and see what we can make happen. Cool. I made the rock bivy. I found it. It was like 150 metres. Just look at the binoculars, and there it was. There's a couple of tahr jaws lying there, so obviously someone's been here. And there's a bag of firewood here, which is a little odd considering you can't land a helicopter here unless someone had their gear dropped off on the hook. I don't know. But so far I've seen 4 tahr in here, and it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm still ripped about that bull below me. He's by himself as well. Like, I have to let it go. But anyway, I saw a nanny and a kid and another bull in here somewhere, but I think they got my wind as I came in. The nanny was just, you could tell she was old. She just walked really old. So yeah, pretty special place, eh? Pretty special place. So I am going to glass away tonight. Might have a bit of a recoup and have a look on the map to see how far it is down to, I believe it's the Rubicon. Yeah, there's some real good scrub in there that I'm like, But yeah, lighten the pack up a little bit, and I've definitely done a few Ks today coming from Horace Walker, but that's okay. What a beautiful valley, man. Look at it, just look at it. I've been wanting to step foot in the Landsborough for so long. It's so cool to be here. It's very cool indeed. I'll show you the bivy. There it is. Not as spacious as the last one, but hey, and it looks a little damp. So don't think this would be one that you'd want to be. I don't think you'd want to be in this one in a storm. I just think you'd end up with a river underneath you. There's that look about it through here too. Sweet, I've decided to set up my tent instead. Rock bivies are more of a hangout place, I think, so good spot right in behind me. Done. Say hello to home for tonight. And for anyone interested, because I had a few questions about this tent, Hard Antler Hunting is going to become the main distributor for them in New Zealand. Right. Just picked up that bull up the hill. He's 1,250 yards away. And he's just bedded down, probably waiting for the heat to go. And then I'd say he'd start moving down. He's going to have to move down a long way though, so I ain't going up there for it. I'm just glassing from camp, so I'm going to keep glassing. There's not like heaps of the animals in here, well, from what I can see, but I reckon a bull that's in here will be a decent bull. So finally my inReach worked. Finally, so yeah, it's pretty good actually. So all the messages coming through, and yeah, can relieve some anxiety and have a chat to the chopper pilot. So I just spotted a mob of 6 bulls, but I think they're a bit juvie because the way they were flirtatiously came out the bush with one another. Mind you, there's no nannies around here, so I feel sorry for a nanny around here during the rut. Like 150 bulls chasing you around. But I'll get the spotter on them. They've walked right out into the open, so they're probably not what I'm looking for. They just came hoofing out the bush, playing and skipping and jumping and frolicking and man, a couple of those tahr are actually they're pretty good, eh? They are pretty good indeed. Not all of them, but maybe I'd say 2 of them are. Yeah, they're good. I just wonder how far away I am. Oh, I'm only 700 away. It was about this time when I noticed that another bull walked out of the same scrub a couple of hours after these ones, and he joined up with this group. And I decided he was actually a pretty good bull, and I started to close the distance, get a little bit closer. After a good look through these different bulls, I decided that that one that actually walked out of the bush later was definitely a shooter, and so I get set up. The bulls have a pretty swift walk on directly towards me, and I'm moving between the rifle and the camera setup. Again, I'm moving back to the camera to move the setup as they keep walking away from me and towards me. Yes, dude, yes. Yes, tahr down. Yeah, they walked into like 190 yards, and the wind is like just cutting in and cutting down right here. I reckon if I had just stayed back up there, they probably would have winded me. I don't know how they didn't. Maybe that wind's just going down the gully right in front of it. Oh, that's awesome now. Boy, I can't wait to see him. I cannot wait to see him, guys. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, dude. Right, let's go. Let's get down there. And then, I think I've got a big ravine to cross in front of me. Yeah, I do. The tahr are still just standing there. They're not very clever, are they? Oh no, we'll just go through here and then out. Sweet. Love that. Yes. Well, here he is, guys. I'll be real honest, it's not him. I actually shot the wrong animal. He was one of the smaller ones. I checked the footage and everything, and its horns just don't look anything like what I've got here. He's still 12.5 inches, but I'm a little bit gutted actually, because the one that I was, well, you can see it on the film, the one that I was actually looking at, sort of he laid over a little bit further and then had that square finish on him. And I shot the wrong animal, guys. The other one probably, yeah, he would have been They must have just switched places. I was going between the camera and the rifle and just shot the wrong one. I'm positive of that. But hey, he's still a beautiful bull. Right, get to work on him. And I really do need some dinner. I've had no lunch or dinner and it's like nearly 8 o'clock. So I'm going to boil up some of this water pretty hard and then head back to camp. And I'll see you there. But tomorrow I've got one last hunt. I'm going to go over the Karangarua saddle into that valley over there. And you just never know what you'll pick up. So. Right, guys. It's that last 15 minutes of lightish. I actually had 4 tahr, just juvenile bulls come up, whistle me. That's fine. But across the valley here, I spied that bull up on that face by himself. Well, I've actually just spotted him again and he's moved probably 800 or 900 metres around the hillside, but he's still at about 1150 yards. And with this wind, it's just too far. I could get him to about 900, but nah. So what I'm going to do is, he looks alright. So what I'm going to do is get all packed up, get all packed away while it's dark. So it'll be like probably 5 o'clock. And then I'm going to go down there and I'm just going to glass the first light, and if I pick him up again, I'm just going to go down and up through the gorge, through the Landsborough River, and then close that distance to maybe 400 or 500 yards. But right now, I'm really looking forward to jumping in the tent and having a snooze all the way to the morning, hopefully. Cool, guys. Camp's all packed. It's time to make a track. So, yeah, heavy pack. It's going to be a bit of a hard day today. Again, but it's okay. Like I said, didn't come here for easy. Right, let's go make a track and get on the glass. Right, so I just punched up from the bivy back there and just found some tahr. They got high already, but yeah. Mate. Yep, now everyone knows I'm here. But yeah, he's quite he's about 1 kilometre from where I saw the other bull. I don't know if they move around that much. So I'm going to keep looking. I'll get a better look at this guy. He's with some juvenile bulls. So, yeah, see what we can figure out. Well, I think he's still in that sort of 12.5-inch bracket. He just doesn't quite have that length that comes back and down. I think I'm getting a little bit better at assessing the bulls now. But yeah, I've seen over 160 tahr, so I've managed to not pull the trigger a lot. But yeah, he's not, I don't think he's quite there. Just even with, I think with anything, if you're umming and ahhing, it's usually a no. That's what I've come to learn in hunting. If you put your spotter up and you're like, oh dude, you just know you got to take him. I'm only 540 yards away as well, so I'll keep looking. Keep looking and see what else I can pick up. But he's a no. Man, I tell you what, in 2 or 3 years, there will be an army of amazing bulls in here. like everything will be over 13 inches. Yeah, it's great. It's going to be great. Cool. So, saw quite a few tahr this morning. Saw 40, I think. But nothing that's like, let's go. So, that means today I'm going to spend the rest of the day walking over the Karangarua saddle here. It's just up in here behind me. So, it's been pretty special coming into here. Just once you take a different angle out here, you realise, oh man, there's so much country I didn't hunt. Just got to come back, hey? So next time I know now where I will camp and where I won't. So yeah, it's just learning the area, but check this out, guys. It's amazing. Well, it was now time to leave the Landsborough Valley, and what a beautiful, special place this is. It was time to head up and attack the Karangarua saddle. The day before, I walked past and pointed out where I thought I would travel over the saddle, and I will admit, it made me nervous. Alright, just having a little pit stop. Just up in behind me is the saddle there, and she's pretty daunting. Yes, I was using my binoculars to check it as I came around, and I think the middle ridge looks like the only one that's actually walkable. But I also will stop here, have a bit of a recharge, because I'm not taking my pack off up there. If it starts to go for a slide, that's it. Might as well kiss everything goodbye. And you have to walk right back down and get it, and it'll be broken. A little recharge, and make our way out of the Landsborough Valley. And so up I walked, without realising I actually took a wrong turn and ended up on the top ledge, leaving me in a nervous panic, fearing for my life. Oh man. Oh guys. That's the top. Man. I will never do that again. Honestly, I don't know if I went the right way. I'm right on the top. Maybe one of you guys can tell me who does this all the time. But 1650 meters right now. There was a couple of times where I wished I'd had my bino harness off, because I was right on that point and there's just no mercy up here. I thought if it was just, I'd never do it again. I did tell myself coming through to this trip I wasn't going to take any crazy risks, but I can say that this one is definitely a crazy risk for me. It's just because look at the bottom. It's like a 400 meter fall off a cliff. This is like don't show your wife and kids stuff, but yeah, I had a little moment back there where I was like, Lord, I am so sorry. I should not have come up through here. But I was on my strong side. If I had to come down through here, forget it. My left side. Can't have any of this stuff on. No bino harness, because you need to hug the bank, because it's like you're walking on a tar track and it's just vertical with a 60 meter drop down to a 400 meter drop. Never again, guys. It's cured me. Had to stop and just keep the old panic adrenaline. I had to stop it a few times. I went up an area that I couldn't come back down. This was not much fun. And I actually walked right back down my ledge that I got onto because I couldn't climb down. So So I ended up on the top ledge, which I don't know if that's correct. Ended up on the top ledge, walked right the way back down, and then I got bluffed, so I came right up again. Oh, what a killer. I'm not doing this one again. It's not worth it. For me, there's no way that I'd be able to go down this. This is like an up-only pass. And, yeah, I don't know. Now that I think about it, pretty special that I got to hunt in here. So I think most guys would have to, I don't know, wait for the tar ballot and hunt from Zora. Don't know. It's a long way. In fact, yeah, I don't know. I might have to do a bit of... If you know anything about this saddle and you're kind of hearing what I've experienced and you think to yourself, mate, that's not right, please let me know. I like learning about the area, but if you're like, nah man, I agree, it's an up-only saddle. If you're right-handed, up-only, yeah, that's how it is for me. I like climbing hills for no good reason. Just about climbed it twice. So there's the saddle right there. Some very, very nice country in here. Oh, I like this. It's beautiful. Oh yeah. It's a big climb up to here actually. Yeah. Probably say it's around that 700 or 800 meters. Should be a good clip up into here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, man. It's hard work. I shouldn't have sidled across. You can see where I should have gone down. Yeah, it's alright. So I thought, just to add to the whole West Coast experience there, I really should jump in like some bush and do that classic, you know, West Coast scrub fishing that everyone talks about. Yeah, I get it, eh? It's all part of the experience. Yeah, it's great. Super soft and, you know, you just ease your way through it. Real nice experience. Yeah, loved it. Yeah, okay. Alright. Dropped off away from down there. And I'm just dropping down the river's just still. So I'm just trying to get down to where the river like boulders out and flattens out, and then I'm gonna have some lunch. But yeah, I thought I'd have a hack at the old West Coast scrub. It's great. It's really nice. Alright. Came over that saddle this morning, down around the top, and down through to here. And I am now at Christmas Valley Hut. Well, this adventure didn't disappoint as I sat down at Christmas Flat Hut waiting for the helicopter pickup. I reminisced on all the memories that were etched into my mind from this trip. The West Coast is beautiful, it's rugged, it's tough, and I thoroughly enjoyed this hunting trip. With the sound of the helicopter coming up the valley, I grabbed all my gear and looking forward to getting home. Still thinking about all those bulls that I never got close enough to check out. And that's going to have to come another time. I hope you enjoyed this hunt. Stick around for what's more to come.